Okay, we got my 1993 Ford F250, and today I'm going to be replacing, or I did replace, the window regulator. I just want to go over some quick steps on how it's done, what you're going to see. I mean, I've already done it, so I apologize about that, but I can quickly show you what's happening. You're going to need to remove the screws that hold the door panel on. They're kind of down and around the bottom. Got one right there. There's going to be a screw that holds on the armrest. Pull that out. And if you can, there's this bar that sits right here. And it's for the armrest to attach to. Take that off. Luckily, mine was just screwed on. But a lot of the times I hear that they're actually riveted on, so you have to drill those out. Mine was screwed on. It's got the, the C clamps or the J clamps, whatever you want to call them, for screws to go into. After that, tape up your window. I use three pieces of just painter's tape to hold it up. So when you undo the regulator, it's going to stay in place. There's 4 rivets, there, and there. That's where the rivets were. I used a punch to punch out the center of them. Just whack them with a hammer. This is what the heads look like. I just used a punch in the center, pop those out, and it popped these guys out of there. This is the back side of those rivets. Pop that out, and then a 1/4 inch drill bit. Use that, drill out the centers, then these rivets will come right out. That motor will be loose. You unplug it from there, drop it through, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. So if you can remove this bar here, so much easier. That way it'll allow you to kind of fish this out sideways. Yeah, if that was there, I honestly think that would be dang near impossible, and my nerves would be shot by the end of that. So now that's all done. You can see what the window regulator looks like back here. This is the old one. The issue I was having was I would try to roll the window up and it would sit there and click, 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 and kind of catch. I'd have to pull it up. There's little plastic pieces in here, 3 little plastic pieces in here. They're a safety, so like if you were to get your fingers stuck up in the window, it wouldn't put a lot of pressure on there. It kind of gives it a little break, a giveaway. Those, I guess, have just worn out, and they think that there's always fingers in there or something stopping the window, so it's clicking. It won't let it roll up. But yeah, that's basically what it looks like. There's a slide that goes into a rail. You can see up in here, there's a rail that sits in. I added in just a little bit more grease in there because when I put this one in, it was actually like really stiff to move, to slide. So I put a little bit of grease in there, push in the new one. I started by putting the slide in first. Once that's in, I found one of the mounting holes in the proper locations, and I put a little rivet in there. You can put a bolt in there with a nut, that's fine. Something to just kind of hold that in place. And then I plugged it in, used the switch to make it go up and down. And then once it positioned the other holes to be where they needed to be, that's when I started riveting them in. Mine was a cheap window regulator and motor off of Amazon. So this hole here didn't exactly line up. It was about like 1/8 of an inch off. So I had to drill the hole through the door into the plate of the motor. And that finally allowed me to get a 4th rivet in there. And then now we're just starting the reverse process of putting it all back together. Starting with that armrest piece, I'll bolt that in. And then I'll just kind of show you from there. And then I'll show you the assembly of the door panel. Make sure you get your lock mechanism in there. Maybe clean up a little bit while you're in here, because if your truck's like mine, it gets used, it gets driven, and not always in the nicest fashion. Hauls around trailers and tractors and side-by-sides on dirt roads and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'll get going on that and kind of just pop back in once I'm getting to put the door panel on and show you where all the hardware goes. So for me, it was easiest if I removed the switch cover off, because then I couldn't get the wires through the hole. So now I'll have to dig those out. Kind of put those in there first. That way they're in there. Kind of be careful. These switches, oh, these switches are old, kind of brittle. And then you'll start with the top side. Make sure your lock mechanism goes in there first. Oh, sorry. When I say that, I mean their door handle. You gotta make sure that goes in first, because that will be right in the way. Just like that. I need a new door panel, apparently. I'll slide that bugger in there. Okay, honestly, it might be easier if the window is down. Yeah, I think I'm due for a new door panel. There we go. Now, one issue that I've had with this door panel, and why I say I'm due for a new one, is because this piece here, when I roll up the window, it pops up just because the tabs in there are broken. Well, heck, now that I'm recording. But I also kind of got it jammed in there, so hopefully, maybe it'll stay that way. Well, that's why I was thinking I need a new door panel. But if I can get that sucker to stay, that would be awesome. Anyway, we'll keep going on here. Put all the screws in. I may have just cracked my door panel right there, I'll show you. But nothing serious. Oh. You know, I forgot one thing. The light in the door panel. That's what I forgot to plug in. Curious on why it wasn't doing so well. Don't forget this light right here. There we go, now it's sitting in there. Perfect. Okay. Now put the screws in. Jeez. Okay. And if your door panel's like mine, none of the screws match anymore. They're not exactly the right ones for the job, but they seem to hold. They seem to hold and they're doing their job. So I'm not gonna stress about it. And don't over tighten them, just again, because the door panel is brittle. Don't want you mucking it up and breaking things. This is the most important one, really. This is what you grab onto and shut the door. So that's where a lot of the panel structure comes from. So getting that to line up is kind of important. The hard part is if the plastic's in the way, like mine, and your screw is full of dirt, it's hard to get the screwdriver to bite in there. There we go. Like I say, that's where the structure of your door really comes from. And if you're really good, you're going to have a few extra screws. That's just my opinion. Put your switch cover back on. Again, don't tighten it crazy tight because those plastics can be very, very brittle. And it's really common for these to break. Really common. Okay, uno más on the switch. If you put it back together with less screws than what you took out, it means you're better than the engineers are. And they don't know anything. Okay. Just double check that all screws are there, which they can't be because I do have 2 extra ones. Had 2 extra ones. Lost one. Where in the world did this go? Well, that one's in there. That one's in there. That one's in there. That one's in there. Aha! Found it. Just gotta keep looking. But I'm gonna throw this one screw away so I am better than the engineers. Okay. How'd you look at that? You'll also know that it goes up and down much faster than the old one did. There you have it. Door panel all back together. These are the screws I told you about that somewhere in the line somebody mismatched, found some randos. There's another one right there, which is where this screw goes, but it's too short to do anything. So I'm just gonna leave it out. But that solves my issue. I can now enjoy summer and great weather again. get my mail out without having to open the door. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Next, I'm going to be wrapping the steering wheel with the Texas Custom Interiors steering wheel cover that actually gets sewn on here. It's not just a slip-on one. So I'm excited to tackle that next, and I'll show you how that goes.